My name is Jake Verna with VRA Realty. I am the Director of Growth and Expansion with VRA Realty. And today we're sitting down with John Williams. John, it's great to have you on. Just start by telling me a little bit about yourself. How'd you get into real estate?
Well, it was just going on 20 years now. At the time, I think I was in my late 30s and thought, I had been in the corporate world for two different careers, and that second career was going on 20 years as well. But coming up on 40, I thought, well, maybe I should have kind of a side gig, so to speak, or side hustle. And I thought, well, what do I really like to do? I love real estate, I love being out and about, and I love working with people. So why don't I just start doing this, kind of part-time on the side, especially in case I get downsized again, which had happened many, many times over both careers and relocated and so forth. I didn't want to do that again. I just love this area. So it made sense to me. And then, the questions I asked myself, how am I going to compete against the thousands of other real estate agents out there? I thought, well, I believe in doing things right the first time, take more of a professional view toward the industry. And I had hired a few real estate agents at that point to buy houses or sell homes, so forth. And I thought, well, really nice people, but none that I would consider beyond a 7 on a 1 to 10 scale. I thought, well, I can do much better than that. I believe in doing things right the first time. There's no need to keep redoing stuff. Why show up if you're not going to do things 100%? Got started in the business and thought that, if I just do things right and represent people the way I want to be represented, the rest will fall into place and the reputation will follow. After I got started, we had the recession and so forth, but still the reputation started to build itself, and past clients would refer me to their friends, family, and so forth. And, to this day, that referral based on the reputation is solid, and that just is the majority of my business.
So you've been with multiple brokerages in your career. Why did you choose VRA? What helped us stand out?
I've been with several large brokerages, one including RE/MAX for many, many years, but it's a public company. And, it's not the same thing as working with a regional brokerage. And VRA's got a great reputation. And the more I started looking into VRA, it seemed to be a good fit. The brokerage is licensed in 4 states, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and New Jersey, similar to me. I do hold a broker level license, but I'm an associate broker, not the broker of record, just to clarify. But I did own and operate a RE/MAX brokerage for several years. But I just wanted to be the guy who sells homes. I didn't want to run a team. I don't want to run a brokerage. I just want to be the guy that helps people buy or sell a house, when they need to. And that's my core business. But it seemed like a good fit because the licenses, the reputation of VRA fit with my reputation, and what I saw the more I looked into VRA, I found that the technology is top notch. It's very efficient. In the past couple of months, I've had the ability to see how well it works. When you have to upload your paperwork or whatever you have to do, it's so much more efficient than any of the other brokers that I've been with. And in reality, the more efficient I am, the better I can do for my clients.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about.
Let's swing back into VRA. We hold the vision and our values very, very close to all of us here.
Yeah.
How does the vision that we have at VRA align with your own vision and goals?
Well, your values really is core to your reputation. If you follow your values and don't let that waver, your reputation will stay solid. And I think that the brokerage reputation, my reputation go hand in hand, and that's very important. I think that's critical to having the ability to generate future business. Somebody's always looking for not only the capable agent, but somebody who's going to do the right thing. And if you have a client that's not willing to do the right thing and follow the similar values, I've been in a position in the past where I've said, maybe we're just not the best fit, in a nice, respectful way, not to tick anybody off or make any neighbors, even if they may not have the best of ethics or values. But at the end of the day, I sell on average of 50 some odd homes per year. Over the past 20 years, I'm going on just under 1,000 home sales. Yeah. So for me to take on one client that could impact my reputation is not worth it.
Awesome. You display authenticity very well. That's the first thing. When we first met, it was obvious that is who you are as a person, and it made a big impact when we met. Currently, we're going through a lot of expansion here at VRA. We just opened up our Chadsford office, and you're a big reason on why that came about. Talk a little bit about that area and why you choose to focus there.
I started out when I was living in Garnet Valley School District. My two older sons now they've graduated and moved out. One is 24. He lives up in the state of Maine. I have another son who just turned 21. He goes to the University of Westchester University. But when I started real estate, they were going to school in Garnet Valley School District. So that was where kind of the epicenter where I started, my core foundation of the business. But every year since I began selling real estate, I've sold in Unionville, Chadsford School District, Westchester School District, Rose Tree Media, have, all the local. And then, of course, each year that went along after the first couple of years, I ended up getting my Delaware license, and I got my Maryland license, and ultimately my New Jersey license.
Yeah, I mean, the presence is huge. And I'm sure a lot of people that are watching this video are remember your face from somewhere.
Absolutely.
And a lot of them remember that billboard. Tell us a little bit about the billboard. I mean, it's awesome. We love it.
Yeah, when I first started out, I think that whole mindset and questions that I would ask myself, how am I going to build this business? I started out, once I was in real estate, the questions I would ask myself, what should I be doing on the marketing side, and how do I get out there? And I think that whole philosophy on the marketing side of, it used to take, I want to say 3, maybe 4 repetitions of seeing a person's advertisement before that repeat, that recognition kind of like stands out. And I believe that it's actually a lot higher nowadays because there's so many distractions. And I know even personally, I'll be driving and then realize I passed my billboard and like, oh, I didn't even look to notice it today, Right. But I guess it's because it's been, in place for a while now.
We'll wrap up with this. To somebody who's unhappy where they are at their current brokerage, and they're exploring new brokerages, in a sentence, why should they consider VRA?
It's hard to sum that all up in one sentence. There's
so go at it.
There's so many factors that come into that, and I would say first thing is I think people have a natural resistance to change and that fear of the unknown, and the reality is that is putting up a barrier to learning and seeing what options are out there. And first step, getting past that. And let's face it, it's expensive. You have to redo signs. It's uncomfortable. You don't, may not know anything about a real estate brokerage, but doing the research, it for me felt like a real smooth transition. It just felt like a great fit, the philosophy, and all the other ancillary stuff. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain to have to go through and get your advertising updated and all that, but I'd say it's well worth the money, and it's an investment in a professional's career, really, to make sure it's a good fit with your brokerage.
John Williams, a very easy name to remember. If somebody wants to buy or sell a house, how can they get in contact with you?
I'm everywhere. You can Google my name. I'm 5-star rated on Google, Zillow, Realtor.com. You can see my profile there. It's drive by the billboard on 322 on your way to work. On there. Yeah, the billboard, the website.
Which website?
It's liveingarnetvalley.com. Awesome. And then they have... of course, my cell number is there, the office number, and my name is pretty well known in the area. So that's the way I'm trying to keep it that way.
Absolutely.
And to some extent, that recognition means a lot if you're effectively competing against that big box name and so forth. But I think at the end of the day, people really want to be connected with a local name and image.
Sure. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's nice to be here today.